Hello, it's me. I am back. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. What's up? How you doing? What it is? What's up? Anyways, hi. It's January 1st, 2021. Today I'm gonna do my follow-up video of the 7 albums that made my year in 2020 and do the 12 songs that made my year in 2020. They're just songs that I listened to a lot this year, or in 2020, last year. Some of them came out in 2020, some of them did not. I just enjoyed them this year, so I thought I would share. The 12 songs that made my year, here we go. Got my handy dandy bullet journal, once again. I'ma miss it. Number 1 is Filter by Jimin of BTS. When I tell you that song is a masterpiece, it's a masterpiece. It's just the guitar, his voice, just everything about that song. Just beautiful, okay? Please look at me now. Oh, I could be your genie. How about Aladdin? I could be your genie. How about Aladdin? That little man, he is at least 6 inches taller than me. He is beautiful, truly beautiful. And he did that. He put his foot in Filter. I'm not gonna do this again, but I'm just saying, his solo songs are so good. I want him to have a solo project like so bad. Like, give me an album. Where's the album? I love Filter. It was like such a big part of my like March when the pandemic first like knocked on our doors. I would just turn on Filter and be like, Jimmy up tonight. Bring your filter. So good. Number 2 is also by BTS. On. I low-key forgot that On came out this year. Yeah, I kind of forgot that Map of the Soul 7 was a thing because this year has been so long and it came at the beginning of the year. On was my, really just my song at the beginning of the year. Like, whenever I felt like I had some excess energy or just like frustration or anything that I need to let out, I would just turn on and be like, John, bring the pain on. That's what all the time. It was like my go-to when I was feeling very like frustrated. The best part of that song is the bridge, hands down. JK, he said, I'm a singer and I sing. And I said, oh, okay, sir. Then carry on. Like, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe how that song makes me feel. It's just like such a spiritual experience to me, especially with the choir in the background, with the and the marching band, just everything. They like really put a lot of effort into that song. Like, there's so many different parts of it, the song, of the dance, of everything. So many Black people on that song too. That it's just like so wonderful the way that they put everything in, and I loved it. So thank you for that, BTS, for those 2 songs. All right, number 3 is Fine Line by Harry Styles. It's actually the first song I listened to in 2020. We'll be a fine line. We'll be a fine line. It really carried me through a lot of things. When he said we'll be all right, I didn't realize how much I needed that until the year kept going and going and going and going. And I was like, thank you, Harry, because I really needed that. We will be all right. I also really needed those trumpets at the end. He knew what he was doing there. We'll be all right. Carey for that one. Just the whole album, A Fine Line. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Number 4 is My Future by Billie Eilish, William Eyelash. 'Cause I'm in love with my future. This song to me was just like so different from her album. And I loved it. First listen, I was like, I love this. I loved it a lot for a lot of different reasons, just like the sound, and I loved the music video. I loved a lot of things about it, but I really loved how it kind of felt happier, you know? Like, I felt like Billie has always been, not always, but like as long as I've known of her, I guess, she's been like, I'm depressed. I hate life. What if I just died? And then My Future was very hopeful, and I thought that was very nice. And I kind of needed it at the time to be like, I have a future too. And I love my future self. I love my current self. I love my future self. And I love where I'm going. And I love myself, period. So it was a nice song. And the aesthetic of the video was beautiful, gorgeous, amazing. Sometimes I would be driving home from work and I'd be like, I'd be crying. I'd be on the verge of tears listening to My Future because it just really resonated with me. I thought it was a beautiful song. It is a beautiful song still. Thank you, Billie, for that one. I hope in the future you continue to make wonderful music that I enjoy and that look, we could be happy sometimes too. Maybe next I'm gonna be happy. When we all wake up, where do we wake up at? That was stupid. Okay, moving on. Number 5 is Burn It by Augusty featuring Max. So burn it till it's all gone. Yeah, burn it. D2 as an album, it slapped, okay? It was good. I really liked it. I don't listen to it that much. I really should listen to it more. I loved this song. First listen, I was like, man. I love singing and rapping together in a song, especially this kind of like dark vibe that it had. I really like that. I also love when he's like, let it burn, baby. The song is so good. Max came through with the vocals. This song was just beautiful. It was beautiful and timely for me because at the time that it came out, I was very anxious. I was a very anxious individual. And I was making a decision for myself that I was like, you know, I feel like it was just very turmoil. There was turmoil going on in my life. And I was just scrolling through Twitter, whatever, and I saw someone post the lyric of the song where it's like, don't forget that giving up is also a form of courage. You know, that giving up is not failure. It also requires courage. And that really inspired me to give up. just, you know, there are things that I think I shouldn't give up on, you know, like when I'm learning something new or whatever, if you know, but there are other things that with this decision, I was like, it's either this or my mental health. So I can either like be prideful and try to keep doing this and hurting myself, or I can give up and maybe I'll try again later down the line. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and give up. And then I did. And I was much happier after I did that. I had no regrets. That song was just really important to me at that time. And I love it. Max sounds beautiful. Yoongi is his voice. We could talk about it for days. I'm just very grateful that that song came out this year. Thank you, Yoongi. My next song, number 6, is Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas. But I know every rock and tree and creature
has a life, has a spirit, has a name.
This is kind of a weird one, like kind of out there, I believe, but Colors of the Wind, Pocahontas, garbage movie. We all know like everything that comes along with Pocahontas. But this song, really, like, I love it. It's so good. It's just like, so, it kind of like evoked a lot of thought in me this year. Because I've always cared, not always cared, but like for a long time I've cared about the environment and being sustainable. I try my best. I really do try. But this song kind of like made me think about like my true role in the environment and just the world, I guess. Especially like in a Christian sense, like I kind of started believing that God like put us on the earth to take care of his other creations, you know? So I think this song kind of like pushed me to start thinking more. There's so much life on this earth, and I feel like taking care of that life is not only my duty, but it's also like taking care of myself too, you know? Like my plants that I need to water that I forgot to water today. But you know, like there is just so much life that we as humans disregard, and I guess we believe that we're like the only important life on the planet, which is just garbage. Everything that we're doing has an impact, and it can be positive or negative and whatever. But that being said, I also don't believe in what is it called? Personal responsibility when it comes to the environment. Like I do believe we should all feel some type of personal responsibility, but I don't believe that just from our personal responsibility that we will end up solving everything. Because at the end of the day, you know, most of the like carbon emissions and pollution and this and this and this and that come from big corporations. So while I do believe that we as people should personally make an effort to be better, to consume less, to create less trash, to use less plastics, etc., etc. Like, get you a reusable water bottle, baby. We should all be doing stuff like that, I do believe. But we should also be urging big corporations and companies to cut down on the amount of waste that they create. Because, you know, if they're creating, I think it's 70% of the issue here, like we're the 30% and we can, you know, reach that 30%, cut it down to the fullest, but there's still that big chunk of 70%. So, you know, that's what we should be doing. Put your energy towards being mad at big corporations. I'm begging y'all to be mad at big corporations for ruining our earth, okay? And they have the means to change, they just don't want to. And we have the means to make them change, and we should, okay? Just my little rant, I guess, about that issue. It's so much more complex than just being like, I'm gonna stop using plastic water bottles. It's like way more complex than that. But I believe that, you know, if we all like come together on something for once in our lives, we should come together on forcing big corporations to cut down on their pollution. Point blank, period, you know. We only get one floating rock, okay? With all the life and beauty that it has, we get one. And so let's talk to them about fixing whatever they need to fix. Colors of the Wind is a beautiful song. Thank you, Judy, for recording that song a long time ago. It has really helped me in this year to be more introspective and to think deeper about issues that have to do with the climate. Anyways, number 7. Number 7 is my happy song. Has been my happy song for the past couple months. It's Blueberry Eyes by Max, featuring my man Yoongi. Sugar. I haven't called him Sugar in years. Probably like 4 years. I never say that ever. That sounds weird to me now.
Kiss you each morning with strawberry skies, 'cause I get so lost in your blueberry eyes. I'm running through my dreams to see you in my life.
Anyways, Max and Yoongi, freaking power couple of 2020, power collaborators. I guess they're not a couple, but power collaborators of 2020. Come on now. They had 2 beautiful songs that really impacted me, took my heart, and said, "Gah!" Blueberry Eyes is just such a upbeat and happy song, and it's so cute too. It's really cute. So I loved it. And at first I didn't listen to it. Like when it first came out, people were posting like Yoongi's part, and I was like, okay, that's all I need to listen to. And then I listened to the whole song, and I was like, wait, this slaps. And it does. And I need to listen to all of Color Vision, and I will one day. I think Max is a great person. He's been really awesome, and I like hearing him talk about Yoongi and them hanging out. It's just really cute. And I'm like, aw, buddies. They're buddies. If nothing else, they're freaking buddies. It's really precious. Their friendship is really precious. So I'm glad that they gave us 2 songs this year. And Max is so cool learning his rap, learning Yoongi's rap in Korean. Like, that's really cool. To me, at least. Because I don't know. I probably would do, like, if it was my own song and it was like a Korean rapper on there, I'd probably just be like, oh yeah, I'll learn it. But like, just me as a normal person listen to the song, I'm like, no. UAREMY light. That was my contribution. And thank you, Max and Yoongi, for that song for this year. I'm gonna keep listening to it in 2021 because it slaps. Max and Yoongi and Max. Number 8 is Rager Teenager by Troye Sivan.
I'm a little rager, teenager, tryna figure it out. Living a season of screaming and turning it out.
I kind of talked about this in my albums video, but I'm gonna talk about it again because Rager Teenager was great. It really encompassed my emotion that I was feeling this year big time. Basically, one day I was just scrolling through TikTok, having the time of my life, etc., as we all do, and came across a TikTok that Troy had posted about the making of Rager Teenager, and I felt like it was really like poignant to me, my emotions at the time that I was watching it, and like throughout this whole pandemic and everything. He was basically just talking about like feeling youthful, not feeling youthful, but like being basically like catering to his inner child, I guess, like going back through the things that he enjoyed when he was younger and whatever. And I'll just put the TikTok in because I don't really remember completely. I just kind of remember how I felt about it.
So what if it's like this concept of you're talking to essentially like your like young self, this part of you that you forgot over the years. Like I feel like I started like re-meeting myself a couple of weeks ago where I'm like, oh fuck, like I forgot that I had this in me. What if it's like, oh, where have you been for the last like 4 years or what, or 6 years or what, 10 years or whatever. So play the chords. What if it's like a letter to your old self kind of thing, and almost like a little bit of hope for the future? So it's like, oh shit, okay, sorry. One. Hey you, where you been hanging out lately? You, sleeping and spending night, wasting time. Never thought I'd see you again in my life.
But yeah, I just was like, dang, that is so good. Like, that's so spot on to everything that I've been thinking about and like feeling and whatever throughout the last couple months. And so yeah, I listened to that song a lot after I watched that TikTok. I was like, this is truly amazing. Thank you, Troy, for that song. Thank you, Troy, for that whole EP. Thank you for blessing us with some music this year. I really appreciate it. But yeah, this one was good. Troy. Truly a chef's kiss of a man, you know? A chef's kiss of a man. Mwah. We love Troy in this household, okay? Okay. Anyways, number 9. I'm like a reindeer. Number 9 is Kickback by Omar Apollo. Let me just play it real quick. Let's just appreciate the bass line in the song. Here it goes. Ay, ay, ay. I've been away, but now I feel you, yeah. Wonder what made you feel like I could be the one. Okay, we're not gonna listen to the whole song. Lately, it's been me. I pissed you off. Anyways, that song is so good. It's so good. I love songs with a strong bass line. I'm very easy to please. Give me a strong bass line and I will fall in love with the song, okay? I love everything about this song. The chorus, the verse, the bass, the guitar, the this, the that, the do, the that, you know? This song really just, it hits me. Every time it comes on, I just gotta dance. And that was kind of like my feel-good song this year. Oh, also this song played in that movie with Issa Rae and I don't remember what the other guy's name is, but they were like an interracial couple and they like ran over this man. They was like on the run. What is it called? That's a horrible explanation. The Lovebirds, that's what it was called. I actually really liked that movie. And in one of the parts, they were like at a house party. Like it was just their friend like get together. And they started playing this song and I was like, oh my God. They played this song and Better by Mac Ayers. Which honestly, I don't know why I didn't put it on this list because that song... Yeah, this song and I Just Need Love. I'm sorry, this is not a Mac Ayers video, but I can do whatever I want. I just need love. Said you won't come, but nothing grows in the shade. Been seeing in color. Oh, I've been seeing in color. Come on. I love this part. Right into bench. And I've been calling the place. Anyways, Mac ruled the first 4 months of my 2020 and I didn't put him on this list, which is crazy. I should have put Better and Get to You Again on this list. But I didn't because it was just just a lack of something in my brain, which is not there. But just know that I was listening to a lot of Mac Ayers in the first 5 months of the year. But this was supposed to be about Kickback by Omar Apollo, not Mac Ayers. So yeah, I think I've said all I needed to say about that. You should watch The Lovebirds with Issa Rae and the guy that I still don't know his name. Number 10 and 11 are both by the same artist. So 10, Reindeer, Moose. And 11, I am alien. What the frick? Anyways, number 10 and 11 are both by our queen, Rina Sawayama. And who would have thought, really? What is that? As much as I talk about Rina, who would have thought that two of her songs would be on my top 12 songs of the year? But here we are. And we're here to talk about excess. And, guess, yeah, I feel like you can make a guess. Comme des garçons. Comme des garçons. Boom, 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 boom. Comme des garçons. Like the boys, like the boys. Comme des garçons. I'm so confident. Yes, I love that song. It's like such a good pump up song, like confidence booster, you know? And then excess. Excess, I love, like the song sounds beautiful. I love it. Give me just a little bit more, little bit of excess on me, on mine. But also the meaning of the song. She said, no to capitalism. And I appreciate that out of her. She said, consumerism is killing us. It's a disease. And she's not wrong. I just really like good songs and poppy songs and fun upbeat songs that are also like, look, let's take a look in at ourselves and see how we are the problem. And yeah, she said, baby, I'm not rich, but I be spending money, and that's what I said too. And she did a like Genius interview on this song on XS, and I really enjoyed it. So you should watch that, definitely. My mom just called me because I didn't answer her text that she sent like 10 minutes ago. And she always thinks if I don't answer immediately, I must have freaking died, I guess. But anyways, back to Excess by Rina Sawayama. That song really called me out personally because I was like, I'm really like, when the heart wants what it wants. But when the heart wants what the heart wants, what can I do? I buy it. That's something I'm really trying to curb this year because it's a problem. It's an issue. I'll get better. I know I will. Especially when I'm listening to this song, I'm like, oh my gosh. I don't need to buy another book. I don't need another pair of shoes. I don't need another pair of pants. I don't need any of it. Why do I have so much stuff? And then I end up donating it. And then, like, what? Anyways, this is not about me and my financial struggles. This is about music. Moving on. My last song before we get to my honorable mentions is number 12. I am, I don't know. I'm a 12. Lay Your Head on Me by Crush. A really precious song that made me cry many times.
I see you hurt, I see you suffering. You're not alone in case you're wondering. Oh, you can come to me. Lay your head on me.
Yeah, I love that song. It's so good. It's so like wholesome and soft. And for those of you who might not know, I don't know how much I've talked about this in the videos that I have posted, but I graduated this year in the midst of a global pandemic. But yeah, I graduated this year in May, finished college, my undergrad, and I left all my friends and I didn't come back. Like March hit, we all left for spring break, and then my friends never came back. Most of them. Some of them came back every now and then, and I could be like, what's up? I want to hang out. But for the most part, I was by myself. And then I moved out of the college town that I lived in. So, yeah, it was sucky. And then they started back school, and I wasn't there, and I was confused because I was like, I never, like, I personally wasn't confused, but, like, I feel like my mind was a little confused. It was like, I didn't even graduate. why am I not there? So sometimes I would listen to this song and it would just like really speak to me, because I moved away from my buddies and stuff, and I was like, what the frick, I'm lonely, I'm sad and alone. And then I would listen to the song and Crush would just speak to me. He would speak to my heart and tell me, you're not alone, in case you're wondering. You can come to me. Lay your head on me. That was a harmony. So thank you, Crush, for that one. Thank you. His voice is just beautiful. I love Crush's voice. I also really like his music. He has good music. But I feel like he could sing literally anything and I'd be like, wow, you sound beautiful. He could be like, twinkle, twinkle, little star. And I'd be like, oh my gosh. So many of Crush's songs make me want to cry, like his slower ones. I'm like, what if I just started crying right now? And thank you to all the artists that are on my 12 songs. Let's get into my honorable mentions. There are two honorable mentions. And they're both my crying songs. So the first one is Spring Day by BTS. I actually have one of those like clear like Spotify things where it's like the song and it's like all clear. I don't even know how to describe it. I'll post a picture of it if I have one. So I have one of those because Spring Day is my favorite BTS song of all time. One of my favorite songs of all time. It means a lot to me. I love it so much. And every time I'm having a hard time, I listen to Spring Day and I cry a lot. I literally cannot listen to it without crying. Like, I've tried many times and I just can't do it. So I skip it a lot because, I don't want to cry all the time. But then the days that I do want to cry, I play it on repeat like 100 times. So it's always in my most played songs. So yeah, I love Spring Day. I love it so much. It's such a great song and it just means a lot to me. And hopefully one day I hope to get a tattoo of some of the lyrics, but we'll see if that happens anytime soon. My second and last honorable mention is Everything Goes by RM from the mixtape, our playlist, Mono. Y'all know how Everything Goes is. If you have listened to Mono, if you do anything, just you know how Everything Goes is. I bawl every time that song comes on. Just the beginning. I'm like, I can't take it. I can't do it. Those two songs are my top crying songs, and I know that I've had a hard time if it was like my song of the week or if I like posted it on Instagram or something like that. I'm like, oh yeah, I was having a bad day. So yeah, those two songs definitely got me to cry, got me to let it all out, journal a little bit. That's what I would put on if I really was having a hard time and I needed to just open the floodgates of emotion. I love those songs, and they're only honorable mentions because I feel like they are not unique to this year. I guess Mono only came out like 2019, I believe. But Spring Day came out in 2017, and it's gonna be one of my songs of the year for the rest of my life, probably. Until like something can top it, but I don't think anything will ever top it. But yeah, so I put them as honorable mentions because they're not just unique. Like, I was only listening to this year. I'll be listening to it in 2021, 2022. I have been listening to it 2018, 2019, 2017. Like, they'll never leave. They'll never leave me. So honorable mentions, they will be. That's it. I really should have put some Mac Airs on here. It was just lack of foresight for me. I don't know what the heck I was thinking, because I listened to a lot of Mac Airs this year. But whatever. you know, I'll try better next time. Thank you for watching. Let me know what your favorite songs this year were. If you share any of my favorite songs, yeah, I would just like to know. But if you don't want to comment, you don't have to comment. Like, subscribe, do whatever you would like. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I will put that down below. You know, do whatever. Okay? Have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. And I hope you have a great year, 2021. It'll be better. It has to. There's no way. It has to be better. But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all later. Bang, bang. Bye.